What up? What up? What up, everybody? Welcome to the In Off the Bench podcast. I am Daniel Ball, and I'm joined as always by my co-host, my partner in crime, my brother from another mother. The champ is here, Jim Cross. And Jim, tonight we get to talk Oklahoma State baseball with Brayden Smith. It's been a hot minute since we talked Oklahoma State baseball, and
he's got big shoes to fill. I really like Lane Forsythe.
I'm telling you. You got the hat, you got the Jesus One apparel, you got the right colors. You're ready for this, man.
When I bought this shirt, I had no clue that this color scheme was going to fall so perfectly.
I mean, you did it right. I'm just a guy wearing just the basic In Off the Bench.
Hey, my face is on your shirt, so that's elite.
Speaking of shirts and sponsors, Old Dominick Distillery. Experience 150 years of tradition in the heart of downtown Memphis. From bourbon to vodka, whiskey to gin, Old Dominick's got you covered. Stop in today for a tour or to pick up your favorite bottle. Chinook Cidery. Hey, 8 flavors, Jim. Mild to wild. You always say it, mild to wild. Go to your local gas station. Go to your local convenience store. Go to your local grocery store. Go to the snack aisle and pick up the best seeds in the game. I mean, why not sit and enjoy baseball? Even if you're at home. I find it quite fascinating and fun to put my feet up at home and eat some
we got an epic thing going on this Friday. I actually got a call this morning to confirm that I'd be lined up at 4:30 p.m. at Ole Miss at Swayze to give the students each a bag of Chinook Cider. They said it's going to be absolutely stacked for that Tennessee series. They're all going to have the seeds. Now it's just on Luke Hill and company to hit the bomb so we can have the seed shower.
Let's go seed shower. And Jesus One apparel. Empowering men, women, and children to take a bold step in their faith by living and embodying the message of John 16:33. Jesus won and continues to win each and every day. If you like the apparel, take a look at Jim's shirt. It's off the chain. It's hot. It's the right colors. I mean, it hugs you in all the right places. I will say that. As if Jesus apparel wouldn't hit you right. It does. It does everything you need it to do. So pick up your gear today. Jim, what code should they use? There's a lot out there. What code?
Oh, IOTB 15, man. Not only do you save 15%, but also the athletes themselves get to pick the 15% that's going to go to a ministry of their choice. We've been telling you Tennessee and Ole Miss has been going crazy. LSU is now available. And tomorrow, Daniel, Oklahoma becomes available. So big things.
Man.
Oklahoma State's already on there. That's actually who this is, ironically.
There it is. And with that, let's bring the man of the hour on. Oklahoma State baseball star Brayden Smith. Brayden, what is up, brother?
What's up?
Oh, living the dream.
I'm stoked. He comes on here, Daniel, we talk about guests doing their thing and giving us something to talk about. And it's kind of funny, Brayden. We did our pick 'em last week, and, a lot of SEC, ACC, and then on there comes Oklahoma State, Kansas State. And the guys that we had on, were like, what's this doing in there? And I was like, we got a guest from each one coming next week. One of them's going to have something good to talk about. One of them not so much. And hey, yeah. the good one came first. You had a big weekend. But before we get into that and your story, I want to break the ice. Doing the research on you, I seen you were getting a degree in psychology, which is something we just don't see from baseball players. Is this still the case?
Yeah, I've had to switch it around a little bit. I don't know. I'm honestly not super into it. I kind of just shut up in March when the academic people are telling me what to do. But it's like university studies with like a minor in psychology now. I don't really know why, but I just chose psychology because I figured it'd be useful to see how people work and like why do we do the things that we do.
Well, that's why I brought it up. We don't usually talk to academic side of the thing, but I was fascinated because the game of baseball is psychological warfare. And I was just, curious. I mean, do you think it's giving you a leg up that you're playing, D1 baseball where every week is not just a physical grind, but the mental grind itself?
Yeah, I've had some pretty good people in my life to help me with the psychological side of the game too. So it's like, yeah, I guess the school-wise stuff, it kind of doesn't really pertain to baseball, but baseball is 100% mental.
I mean, I get the psychology part. What is university studies?
I don't know. I have zero clue, honestly. I just kind of do what I'm told on the academic
At,
side. I just
at the end of the year, they put everything in a little barrel and they spin it up, and you just pick one, and whatever
All right, I got
university
it.
study they have, that's what
Yeah,
you
Refers
pretty
to the
much.
educational programs offered by universities and higher education institutes, typically leading to a bachelor's degree in a wide range of disciplines. So it's a very broad,
Yeah.
description.
Yeah.
You're just trying to be a jack of all trades. That's it.
Yep.
I get it. I got you.
Look, he's not gonna need that if he plays pro baseball. Okay, so that's just his backup plan.
Yeah, that's the goal.
I get it. I get it. So let's get into this. Tell me a little bit about home. Where are you from, Brayden?
I was born in Vegas, and then I moved to Washington when I was about 2, and then moved to Omaha when I was about like 6 or 7, and then I've been there ever since.
I mean, you go from Vegas, where
Yeah.
the nightlife is grand, to Omaha, which is probably, from everything that I've heard, the exact opposite of Vegas.
Yep.
But
Yep.
there's one time a year where Omaha is
I'll
just
take the
on
11
fire.
days in Omaha over any weekend in Vegas.
Yeah, I will too, honestly.
And I guess I'll ask you, growing up there and living a significant amount of time there, is the College World Series everything it is for tourists that come in, for people that live there?
Yeah, absolutely. It's insane. Honestly, like the past 2 years, 3 years, I haven't been able to go because I've been playing travel ball and at summer ball too, like the playing in summer leagues and stuff like that. But shoot, when I was a kid, going down there was like the best thing ever. You get to see all these like dudes that you look up to playing on one of the biggest stages in baseball, and it's really cool to watch. It was cool to grow up there.
Yeah, it's got to be, it's got to be nice to be able to go once a year, and see people live in person and go like, that's what I want to do one day. I want to be there one day doing that. It kind of makes it seem real and something that you can do. But also, like, it becomes like embedded in the culture of the city of Omaha, and I think forever, like, Omaha will be known as a place where, X, Y, and Z might happen, but everyone knows the College World Series
But
goes down
here's
in
what's cool,
Omaha.
Daniel. You always ask our guests what's there to do somewhere, right? And that could be the answer. But what I know from being there 4 straight years, but also having a son, Brayden, that I take and do things, is how much, man, Omaha has to offer. Obviously, the baseball is going to be the headliner. But Daniel, when we talk about museums, we talk about parks, we talk about all these different things. Obviously, man, even I told you, I sent you the pictures of their mini golf, man. It was off the chain. Like, they don't do anything wrong in Omaha that I've seen.
I mean, it's so, if you were gonna tell a tourist that comes there one thing they got to do or see, what is that one thing, Brayden?
Besides going to baseball.
Yeah.
Shoot. I would say, like, food wise, you got to go to Coneflower. It's like one of the, I'm pretty sure on Google, like if you look up Coneflower on Google, it's like one of the best ice cream shops in the United States.
Oh,
Daniel, we're going to do it this
let's
year.
go. Put that.
Yeah,
Go ahead and put that in the itinerary.
I already did, because I haven't done that in the last 4 years. I've been apparently failing.
Yeah,
Man,
you got to go there for sure.
You know, it would be fire after a day at the park and that heat. Some ice cream.
Ice cream, yeah.
Some not just any ice cream, the best ice cream
Yeah,
in the country.
absolutely.
And ironically, he said that, and Mike Bargo just told me this past weekend that's his way of hydrating in Omaha. Not specifically that place, but ice cream. I was like, I don't know that that's exactly hydrating you, Mike, but I mean, it definitely is a temporary fix.
That's funny.
So, Brayden, son of Jason and Shiloh, you got 2 brothers, Blake and Brant. What is family life growing up? Are you the oldest brother, the middle brother, the youngest? Where do you fall in this line?
Middle child, so I was always kind of being pushed by my older brother, and then by my little brother too. He was big when he was little, so I was always having to up my game and always competing with the brothers,
Do you ever get lost in the sauce? Because we hear these stories about the middle child, just it's like they don't exist sometimes.
No, I wouldn't say that, because my brother quit playing baseball freshman year of high school, so I kind of got the attention with like on the sports side of things. My mom was always traveling with me to baseball tournaments like all around the country, so that was always like a nice thing. My parents were always super involved.
So you're a Freddie Freeman fan, right?
Yes, I like watching him hit. He rakes.
I mean, probably one of the most memorable swings we'll ever see in our lifetime
Yeah.
happened last year, and that's
But hey,
unbelievable.
I'll tell you, Brayden, me and Daniel picked him as the X factor for why the Dodgers would win. And we straight up got told by our guest that week. Daniel, I don't even remember which two we had that week, but told us he was washed. And then
What?
me and him did that, and it was like,
Dude,
how about that?
no way.
They said he was injury prone. He wasn't going to be healthy as he was getting too old. And then dude messed around and came out first game and let everybody know, this is what I do come World Series time.
Yeah, nah, he rakes.
No, he definitely does. Has Freddie always been your favorite player, or growing up was it multiple players?
Honestly, I kind of just liked watching him hit. Like I just kept watching him, kept watching clips of him talk about hitting, and I just liked the way that he talked about it, the way he approached everything, and like I keep obviously watching new people. Like Mookie has been a guy that I've kind of developed some feels with in my swing. Yeah, just kind of.
I'll tell you, it's the right guy. We've had Austin Riley on the show twice, but we had him on early in his career. And Daniel, you remember, he was fanboying so hard over Freddie in the locker room and just saying he was that guy and everything he did is what Austin was striving to be like. And you obviously see how it's working out now for Austin. So clearly, Freddie is a guy that every kid should watch.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you go to Millard South High School, you are the Freddie Freeman to all those boys there. You are the man. Two-time All Nebraska selection at Millard South. You led them to its first Class A state title in 4 decades. 35-5 record. Dude, what is that like? You are the Freddie Freeman of Millard South. Let's just be honest.
It was pretty. That was like at that point, that was probably the coolest like experience in baseball. Like I've gotten to do some really cool stuff the past couple of years, but up until then, that was awesome. Because shoot, I didn't think we won one for like a state championship for like I want to say like 30, 40 years, something like that. It was something like a huge period of time, and seeing our coach Coach Geary get to experience that was really cool because he puts a lot of work in. That was really cool experience.
Well, it's hard to do, and you were able to do it. It's so hard that they hadn't done it in 40 years. 35-5 is an unbelievable record. Those 5 losses, do you remember who they were to, and were they games that you were like, yeah, we just flat out got beat, or were there games like we beat ourselves, or we didn't really care too much about those games and we were kind of doing some things?
I don't know. I can't remember, honestly. That's way back there.
When you win the championship, you really don't care too much.
Yeah,
you just know that you're the best.
You won it, so that's all really that matters.
True. All right, so let's get into college life. Obviously, when you do things like that at Millard South, you have the opportunity, or you get multiple opportunities to take your game to the next level. You choose Iowa Western as your destination. Why was it Iowa Western?
Originally, so I committed to Coach Reardon, and then about maybe a month and a half before we step on campus, we get a text that he's leaving, going to coach at WKU, and I was like, dude, I don't even know who they're gonna get for a coach. Like, it's a month before we step on campus. I was having we had 2 phone calls with the Coach Kugel before we stepped on campus. Like I had zero clue who this guy was. He came from Yavapai, and then honestly, it ended up being I can't even imagine him not I've built a great relationship with him and Coach Kaiser and the people that I met there. It was more than I could have imagined. Insane experience.
Was there ever a thought, or was it just too late to follow Coach over to Western Kentucky?
There was a thought. There's a little dialogue between me and one of the assistants, but it never really came to anything, which I'm ended up being really grateful for.
Yeah. So, when it comes to Iowa Western, Daniel, JUCO Bandits, we started early having some JUCO Bandits who are now in the pros. Like, I think the grind teaches you something that some guys just don't really understand. It's funny, Brayden, how many people will turn their nose up at, going junior college. We know guys who will willingly go sit on the bench of a major D1 program before they'll go to junior college and waste away time. But you go there, man, and these stats, this is what it's all about. It's about getting that chance to swing the bat. And 111 games, hit 402, 22 home runs, 115 RBIs, 28 doubles, 13 triples, 41 stolen bases, 704 slugging percentage with a 507, on base percentage. So absolutely raking, doing exactly what you need to do in your time there. I mean, just how much fun did you have, being able to do that grind and do it successfully?
It was a lot of fun, especially getting to go to the World Series or Grand Junction, I guess, because my freshman year, we kind of we had a lot of injuries. It kind of just didn't go the way we wanted. So I kind of got to see both ends of a team that kind of was good, had the potential, but didn't really come to what we thought we should be. And then we got to have a really high level team my sophomore year, and I learned a lot about baseball in those 2 years with my coaches helping develop me as an infielder and how to help lead a team and just be a consistent guy, the guy that shows up every day and you know what you're getting. So it was really everything about it was awesome.
Which is perfect because when you hit the portal, a coach knows what he's getting. He's not just getting the stats, but the things that you're talking about. He's getting someone who can lead in the locker room, someone who's a team player. So, when you're trying to decide, where you want to transfer to, obviously you choose Oklahoma State. Was there a lot of options? How did that all go down?
Yeah, I had quite a bit of really good options. I just went to a visit to a school. I liked it. I just didn't really think I wanted to be there. And then I visited Oklahoma State, and the culture was just honestly really. It was just tough. I went to a visit. I loved Oklahoma State. Just wanted to make sure the kind of butterfly feeling wasn't leading me to make the decision. So I wanted to go on another visit just to make sure, and I didn't see the same things out of them, and honestly just loved what I saw from Oklahoma State, the way that Josh leads the team and the players are an hour and a half early to practice, hitting in the cages, helping each other out. I didn't see that anywhere else. It was really cool.
That's what it's all about. It's about the culture, but it sure doesn't hurt, Brayden. The first time that I saw the facilities at Oklahoma State, I was mind blown. And the same guy I told you gave me this hat said he would put them head to head with Mississippi State, which is really saying something. And then ironically, we had Lane on here who went from Mississippi State to Oklahoma State.
Oh yeah.
And he said, no joke, Lane managed to be at the best two facilities in college. And so for you coming from, Iowa Western to there, man, facility wise, how awesome is that?
It was insane. I remember the first couple of days I was out in the facilities. We went into the training room, the weight room, and there's protein shakes sitting in the fridge. They're yeah, grab one, bro. I was we just grab a protein shake. That was so insane to me. It's so small, but coming from a junior college, it's just so weird to me. We just have everything at our disposal. There's so many people that put so much effort into making us as high level athletes as we can be, and it's really cool. Even at Iowa Western, we had really good facilities for a JUCO, and you just come here and it's just you're playing on carpet and have.
So, I mean, it's like the locker room, man. It's just a sense of pride, because when you look at y'all's, it's so nice and clean. You want to make sure it stays like that. I think it's just that extra little level of remembering what you play for every day and how nice everything you got is. So yeah, when I saw that, I was like, that's crazy. And so I knew for you coming from junior college, that had to be a crazy change. But speaking of a major jump, so you start your season with Oklahoma State, You go to Arlington and you play in Globe Life, and then a couple weeks later you go to Houston. Like 2 of your first 3 weeks are in a big league park against big time competition.
Yeah.
So massive jump. What was that like?
It was an experience, honestly. Like, what would you say?
Is it intimidating?
No, it wasn't intimidating. I think I was having like how am I even here? For a couple weeks, like I don't even know. Like this, I'm playing in big league stadiums against like
Yeah, I
top
mean, you'll have
25
like 5
teams. Like,
top 25 games. You're
yeah,
going
these are
against
like teams that I would like watch in the College World Series when I was like 8 years old. Now I'm like playing against them and on the team. Like this is insane.
That's why I have a lot of confidence in you guys going forward. Me and Daniel always talk about being battle tested, and so people can look at your record and maybe look down upon it. But man, y'all played one of the hardest schedules in all of college baseball, and now y'all are starting to click. But man, those games that y'all played in those early days are going to be so meaningful, and it helped y'all grow early as opposed to teams where it happens later. So I think it's cool, and then playing in that big league ballpark, like you said, it's surreal, but opportunity to envision what it can be like, man, if you continue to put in the time, keep your head down and grind. And so far, dude, batting 302, 6 home runs, 6 doubles, 2 triples, 18 RBIs, 16 game hit streak. This past weekend, 7 for 13. Like, I know you probably are confident, but did you know you were going to come out hot like this?
I kind of struggled a little bit in the beginning, and I knew I could be what I'm doing right now. Like I feel like myself in the box. I think for a week, like the first few weeks, I was like putting a lot of pressure on myself to help the team. Like, cause I was kind of like, how am I even here right now? Like I'm given this insane opportunity. So like, I need to perform. I felt like the pressure of performing. And after the first 3 weeks, I had a lot of conversations with people close to me, and it kind of just like relieved the pressure off of like performing because shoot, I'm here. They want me. Like they obviously trust me, and coach kept putting me in the lineup. That was like huge. Like him showing the confidence that he had in me. And I just honestly like simplified everything, just relaxed and went up and tried to put the barrel on the ball, just hit the balls hard. And
Absolutely.
then shoot, it's been working out, so I'll just keep doing that.
Well, you get to bat in front of a guy named Nolan Schubert, who seems to be pretty good. What's it been like playing with that guy?
It's been really cool just watching him, the way that he goes about his business. Like in the cage, he's super intentional. Like every swing's there's a thought process behind it. He does a really good job preparing, and kind of that same thing, just being like around such like high level people. It's definitely made me a better person and a player.
Yeah, Daniel, we talk about this all the time. A guy like Nolan can only be so good, can only do so many things depending on, the guy in front of him, right? And it's nice to know that the guy in front of you is getting on base every single game.
Yeah, for sure.
But let's talk about the team for a second. The vibes, you talked about you had some struggles out the gate, and obviously Oklahoma State did too as a team. But coming off a sweep of a ranked Kansas State team, I know the vibes got to be high. What's it like around the team right now?
Yeah, we're kind of fired up, honestly. I mean, we knew, like you were talking about earlier, our schedule was pretty tough early on, which we were fine with. We knew that it was going to be a grind. We played a lot of away games. We had friggin' wildfires that canceled our games. Like we had a super like weird home schedule. A lot of games canceled. So it was just really weird. Like starting off, we knew we had everything that we needed, and we just needed kind of the momentum and the like kind of mindset to be able to trust each other to get in there and just like let it rip. And I think that's what we did this weekend, and we'll just keep that going and see what happens.
Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't get any easier. Your schedule, for midweeks, you got Oral Roberts, and then next week you also have Oklahoma, and then you got Arizona, who's now caught their stride too in conference. So plenty of opportunity for Oklahoma State to continue to prove themselves, because when they did this schedule, they said, hey, we're going to make sure y'all get no breaks. But I like it because it's like what we were talking about, battle tested. I wanted to look at the rest of it before I sent you to the game. There was another big one after. See, yeah, Daniel, they got DBU in the next midweek. Like their midweeks are the elite. So, pretty stoked for the opportunity that y'all have going forward. Even have you see, got the Arizona State at home. Yeah, so I feel good about this team. Daniel, I think this team can make a run. I think this team obviously is the best to come from that conference, in my opinion. For you guys, do y'all talk expectations? Obviously, Omaha is the thing, but does it start with, hey, man, let's win this conference?
I wouldn't even go like as far as that. I would just say it's like winning every day, like whether it's like weights, like doing a good job in weights, like when we have an off day or something like that, and just like taking one day at a time. Like we've gotten ourselves this far, had some struggles. Like it's not gonna all like fall into our laps in one day. We just got to keep winning every day and like keeping our keep doing the right things, like stick to our process. And I think if we keep doing that, then like I don't even know what happened. We got a really good team. I'm excited to see what we can do.
Yeah, I think sky's the limit. Obviously on the win streak, man, y'all got to keep it going. But just like Daniel always says, just enjoy the moment. Like you just said, game by game. Don't take any day for granted. And right now you're on that hit streak, man. Have fun with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the ball looking like? Looking like a beach ball to you up there?
Yes, it's looking like a pretty good baseball.
That's when you know you're in the zone, baby. When that ball keeps getting bigger.
Man,
yeah,
I don't know a team that saw. It was crazy. Brayden, I was covering Tennessee A&M this past weekend, and A&M on that doubleheader on Saturday. Man, beach ball may have not even been accurate. They hit 10 bombs. It was just, man, unloading on a Tennessee pitching staff who'd been dominant. It was crazy. Like, I mean, you felt like every dude who was coming off the plate was going to hit a home run. It was wild.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Well, Brayden, it's that time in the episode where we get to play a little game before you get out of here. You ready to play this? Or it's this or that. You ready to play?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
All right. It's very simple. I'm going to give you one option, or I'm going to give you two options. You choose one or the other. Just be decisive. You got to pick one.
All right.
Can't say both. Can't say neither. Can't do any of that garbage. You got to go with.
All right. Yeah. Yep.
All right, Jim. Who's this or that brought to you by?
Man, I'm not actually going to plug a sponsor on this one, Daniel. I wanted to take an opportunity. We've been hammering baseball so much and haven't done any other sports. Daniel, we had 19 in off the bench guests book their tickets to the national championship in Fort Worth for gymnastics. So I just want to shout out those ladies. Here in a couple of weeks, we'll have their opportunity to hoist that crown. And so want the ladies and our listeners to know we haven't forgot about them. We've gone baseball heavy, but I'll be there with the kid covering it in a couple of weeks, and we're proud of y'all.
Absolutely. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be fun, and it's going to be very competitive.
I got told LSU was unbeatable, and I said, I don't know. Jordan Bowers just put up 310s, told me she's ready.
Well, there's a fan base that's in Norman, Oklahoma that said the same thing last year, and guess what happened?
It went bad.
Yeah. So anybody, I will say this, and I think you can agree with this, Jim. Anybody can be beaten at any given moment. So especially in gymnastics.
Sport. That's why we watch sports. If we just knew, what fun would it be?
Right. Well, let's get into this, Brayden, man. First question out the gate. This is a trick question. Sunflower seeds or gum?
Oh, I gotta go gum. We can't even have seeds at our field. It's too nice. I gotta go gum.
I mean, you know what? I'm so sick of this. Baseball.
Not you. He's talking about the fields.
Yeah.
Baseball is built on sunflower seeds, and now we got all these jabroni field makers saying no seeds. Just like it's like I don't know. It's like the mean teacher who's like, can't do that.
That's
No. I've only seen it in one place. When I went to Founders Park in South Carolina, they literally had signs as soon as you walk in that said no sunflower seeds. Do y'all have signs like that up around?
I don't know. Are you talking about in the stands or in the dugout?
I'm not talking about in the upper
court. Yeah. Our dugout has signs that says no sunflower seeds.
Man, no. Breaks my heart.
I know. I feel for y'all.
At
That's
least
not
Daniel at Ole Miss, where they're not supposed to have them, they're in the sign. So I at least feel like I could try to sneak them in there, and I'm not doing something illegal.
Yeah,
True.
there's people that eat them and like will spit them in cups in the dugout, but not on the field or anything like that.
I mean, that's what I would do. I would.
The question is, are you chewing big league chew? That's what we need to know.
I think it's I don't know whatever I think it's double bubble something like that. I don't even know honestly. He's got a little bag of like a bunch of different flavors. I just grab out of
with the
those.
guys who do with gum, we talk about it. When me and Daniel were coming up, there was only like a couple flavors. You guys, man, y'all got a whole arsenal.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is, Brayden, y'all have the nutritionist and the trainer on top of the gum selection.
Yep.
There ain't no healthy gums out there. The two might as well get the worst gum there is.
Yeah.
Say, here y'all go. What do y'all like?
Yeah.
Would you rather attend the party or host the party?
Oh, brother. Oh no. Gosh. I'll say host. If you host a good party, like you can't really like you can go to a party and like be a consumer, but if you contribute, like host a really good party, I think that's like seeing everyone have fun at your house. That's pretty there's nothing better than that.
That's 3 straight hosts in a row, Daniel.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it just comes down to who is at the party. Like I ain't trying to like clean up after all these jabronis.
I'll tell you this, Daniel. In order to get into the backside of LNS, where the players' families tailgate, you pass the fraternity houses, and they had some parties, which that's the norm, right? But somebody didn't clean up this weekend. It smells so bad walking to the baseball game. Do better. If you're gonna have these parties, clean up after yourselves, boys.
For real. Y'all can at least do that. Come on now. Would you rather have no money or no internet?
No internet. That's really easy.
Well, I mean, what would you do? Study universal studies more?
Yeah, something like that. Shoot. Probably couldn't even do that. Everything's online now.
I know that's a shame. Back in my day, we had textbooks.
Textbooks, yeah.
Hey, Daniel, I finally had somebody who understood. Connor Norby, the pitcher from ECU, when you weren't here the other day, he said he'd rather have no money. He's got to have the internet so he can basically do everything. See, he gets it.
Hey, go ahead, Connor. That's my kind of dude right there.
You know what? We haven't brought it up. I'm gonna bring it up right here with Brayden. We have had the I haven't even brought this up to you, Daniel. We have had the pride of saying every guy who's came on this show, like the game after Brayden, they absolutely tear it up. We've had no hitters, everything. Bro, Daniel, it didn't go well for him. And I didn't even want to bring it up to you. It's the first guy ever. I was like, dang, like no in off the bench effect. Made me sad. As a matter of fact, ECU last I saw was losing game 3. They may have got swept.
Oh man.
Ugh.
That's no bueno.
Throw it out there at least. That's all right.
We're gonna pretend like that never happened.
It's an anomaly, man. Once in a blue moon, but Brayden ain't fixing to let that happen.
We'll get the good streak back going.
Yeah, there we go. All right, orange or black unis?
Ooh.
Maybe the hardest question ever because their uniforms are so awesome.
Yeah, no. Oh, I think the blacks are more clean, but the oranges are like, I don't know. I like the oranges. I think the blacks are more clean though.
Okay. Yeah.
Daniel, they made it in the tournament bracket. They made it to the 3rd round.
Yeah, I mean, that's because people got silly and wanted LSU in there. Jabroni.
No, he's saying that because they're my team. But
it has nothing to do with that. It's just
their unwillingness to have a black uniform.
Correct. Like they are so like narrowed in on tradition, and I get it, but like it's 2025. You guys want like stellar uniform kits.
For us, an alternate is throwing in gray, bro.
Right. It's like the program is dying if we come up with a black uniform.
But with their uniforms, you can't go wrong because the black on the orange looks just as good. That's why I thought, when you asked that question, I would have trouble picking. They got an elite set of uniforms, and then obviously, their whites, and then y'all have pinstripes too, don't you?
Yeah, pinstripes are my favorite.
Their whole
those are
kit's
nice.
Y'all are loaded. Y'all are good.
Yeah.
Who hits better bombs, you or Bargo? Your boy.
Oh no, you shouldn't have done that. I don't know.
We should have.
Bargo's got a pretty nice swing. He's got a pretty swing. I'll give it to Bargo. I'll give it to Bargo.
Man, that's a friend right there. Ain't no way.
Well, I mean, Bargo does have 10 on the season right now, and Brayden has 6. So right now it's quantity.
Yeah,
It ain't about quantity. It's about quality.
It's true.
Better.
No, you
sometimes
can't change.
I wouldn't say
it says who hits better bombs, not who hits the most.
No, because you're changing what you once upon a said. When we had Christian Moore and Blake Burke on here, you started defending Christian, saying he hit more than Blake, even though we know Blake's was prettier.
I didn't. I said the swing is pretty.
I know this. On that note,
a line drive to center field that gets 6 feet over the center field wall and is on a missile that goes out in Omaha. Like, that's impressive.
Hey, I know this. Going back to that swing, Blake just hit his first minor league one. I don't know if you've seen it. Man, that swing is so pretty.
Go ahead, Blake Burke. Get you some.
The guys on the next level obviously saw Dolander went and got his first win in Major League Baseball. Obviously, Skeens only got.
I mean, it's easy for Dolander. He's not having to go up against these big time names. He doesn't have a Verlander next to his name, or like he's just
he's joking. The very first game he got to do, Brayden, was against Verlander. I was like, man, welcome to
the
show. But it's pretty cool, Brayden. When we started this in 2020, and we were just having fun with it. Never did we know we'd be in this, and the guys that we'd have on were all going to be going to the show. We just had our 10th guy that we've had on the show get called up, and it's not just getting called up, but having success. I don't know, man. It's so much fun to see you guys' journey. It's one thing to do it in the college grind, maybe win a championship, but to get drafted, go up through the minors and make it to the show, and because we get to meet the families and stuff like that, and just see the excitement. I don't know. The whole thing it's cool. I mean, Daniel, like you say, how can you not be romantic about baseball?
I mean, for real. Like, it is America's sport for a reason, because people love it. People love it. Last question. We'll let you get out of here, Brayden.
All right.
Bucket list concert or bucket list sporting event?
Shoot. I'll probably go concert, honestly.
All right. So the next follow-up question.
I think I'm going sporting event. I'm going for it. I'm going sporting event.
Okay. Then what is the sporting event of choice?
Oh, it's gotta be baseball. I don't even watch other sports.
So is it like a Game 7 World Series, or is it like, just two like legends going at it?
I'm gonna go World Series just for the environment, just to.
Here's what we'll do. Since you were so hard on concert, clearly there's probably an artist you really love. Who is it that's singing the national anthem? Who's your artist that you're going to
sing the national anthem? Who did the Super Bowl when the Eagles and the
Chris Stapleton?
Yeah, he did an insane job. He did a really good job.
Hey, it was good.
I never want to be the next artist to do it after them, Daniel, because when they nail it like that, everybody's gonna criticize you.
Yeah.
That's why you get some of these renditions that you're just like, oh, I get it, but like it's not that good, because they have to like mix it up and try harder.
Daniel, he just said he only watches baseball. You don't watch football? You don't watch college football?
I don't like. Okay, if I'm sitting somewhere and it's on the TV or something like that, I'll watch it. But I'm not gonna sit down to I'm not gonna make time to like sit down and watch a full game.
I mean,
you're a rare breed in this country.
I'm a man. I'm 40. You better get out there to the football stadium and watch Mike Gundy. I mean, his hair, your hair, y'all are like a match made in heaven, brother.
Shoot, I guess, yeah.
I mean, he's something else. He gets fired up too.
Daniel will pick Oklahoma State when we do our college football picks, even if he doesn't think they're going to win, just because of the coach.
Because of Mike Gundy.
That's funny.
And I think he's the only guy in college football that can hold his job and not meet the standard.
Because he said he was a man. Like,
I mean, it's just he creates a culture. Those guys like playing for him. So,
Yeah.
But Brayden, man, before you get out of here, anything you want to plug or promote?
Shoot, I don't know. I guess your T-shirt, Jim.
That's
Jesus
right.
won. As a matter of fact, Daniel, talk about something else. Let me see what player it's under for there, and we'll see if it's somebody he plays with or if it's another sport.
Well, I'll help you out, Brayden. Obviously, tomorrow night you got an Oral Roberts team that is a regional team. They're good. It's a midweek game. It's a game that you guys probably want to keep the momentum going. You got them at home, so you got that tomorrow night at 6 p.m. and then you got a big conference series with Arizona up and down. But Friday at 8 p.m. on ESPN Plus, Saturday at
8 p.m. That's late.
Hey, that's what it says. ESPN Plus and 2 p.m. These are all Central Time. So, like for you guys, obviously being out in Tucson.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
So it'll be earlier for you.
And I don't have the player yet. I'm waiting on the answer, but that is Oklahoma State official. That is who it was made for. So if y'all do want to go over the Jesus One Apparel website, I'll find out who the player is. But 15%, that means goes to a specific athlete at Oklahoma State that chooses what ministry the money goes to. Unlike normal NIL stuff, Brayden, this is ministry specific. So instead of going in their pocket, but they do get to pick where it goes. And so if they have anything near and dear to their heart, they get to take care of it. So it's a pretty cool thing they got.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like that.
Do you know, is Aiden Miola baseball?
Is he what?
Is Aiden Miola on your baseball team?
Yeah.
That's who it's set for.
I got. Yeah, he was. Shoot, he had a few people like. I don't know if he sent a link or something for our team, but I didn't even see it. I didn't even order one of the shirts. I wish I did.
We'll get it taken care of.
Yeah, for sure.
Matter of fact, do y'all got a Chinook ambassador, even though y'all can't choose seeds? I don't think y'all got anybody running around with the Chinook seeds.
I don't think so.
They can't even break the rules because they don't even have.
He still needs to be able to have these seeds at some point. So, especially talking about his bubblicious, so we're gonna get him some seeds and a Jesus One, so we can't have it.
Brayden, I got one quick question, and
right.
I just want to ask you. So next Tuesday, so a week from this Tuesday, you guys have Oklahoma. All right, obviously an SEC team, a very good team. Is there that rivalry that's there? Like you want to like destroy them, or is it just a midweek game that you want to win, but you're not going to lose? You're not going to lose sleep if you don't.
I mean, it's if my team cares about it, I'm gonna care. I didn't grow up here. I don't have that rivalry, hatred for OU. I don't know. It's just not what I have. But if my team's if we need to win this game, we're gonna win this game. I'm riding with them.
They're gonna beat them, Daniel, because my boys, LSU just snatched their soul. There ain't nothing left in Norman.
Let me give you some advice, Brayden. If you go to an Oklahoma State Oklahoma football game,
okay,
you don't need to tell anybody what you just said.
Why is that?
You just need to say,
because it means everything.
I mean,
it's literally called the Civil War.
Yeah. So those people, if you go to that game, just know, people's lives, the rest of their year is ruined if their team loses that game.
If they lose, all right.
Yeah.
It's still there. If my team cares, I'm going. I'm going. We need to win.
Right? It's always crazy in sports, right? So we talk about it with guys all the time. Fans make the rivalry so big, and like Daniel said, can ruin their year. They'll fight over it, and the players usually are friends. Obviously during the game, but after the game's over, that's it. But these folks, man, they live so much for it. And I used to be bad to a degree. Daniel knows I've calmed down, but it's at the end of the day, they got to realize it's just a game.
Yeah, for sure. Just got to treat it like one.
It's not that deep, just a game. But I want my team to win all the time too. So
you're the most mature person I know. You handle losing about as good as anybody I've ever met.
when you lose a lot, man, like you know how to handle it.
Hey, you root for a mid-major, so you didn't jump on some big school bandwagon. So hey, you're elite for that.
Very true. I stay true to my roots, man. But Brayden, man, we appreciate the time. We wish you a happy, safe, successful, injury-free rest of the season. You guys are rolling. Get yourself going. Keep the momentum rolling against Oral Roberts, and then going down to Tucson and take at least 2 or 3 from them jabronis too.
No, they're gonna take 3. We're gonna rank them again. You know, they deserve it.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
We're coming.
All right. Well, that's Brayden Smith, everybody. If you like hearing Brayden's story or you just like hearing us average Joes talk X's and O's, head over to Facebook, like, hearts, hugs, love, whatever the good, positive energy you want to throw our way. We'll take that. None of the others.
I got something exciting for college baseball tomorrow. Griffin Merritt wants to redeem himself. So while we were trying to set up,
don't we all?
I don't need to redeem anything. That's why I got the belt. But Griffin says, man, don't be filling the guest list just yet. He needs to come back and take care of business. And part of it is because people started calling him out on IG, said, does he even know SEC baseball?
Oh, that's bold. That is bold.
That is bold.
I wish they would call me out. They'd be like, they'd be wasting their time. But Jim, who we got coming up this week? Good week. What we got?
Oh, man. We got to talk to Maximus Martin about what Brayden and his team just did to them, unfortunately. So, but no, man, he's on the Golden Spikes midseason watch list. All jokes aside, an absolutely elite player. Have not had Kansas State, this season. So, just like having Brayden on and talking Oklahoma State, we get to jump into something that's a little different. So I'm excited about it. And then, like I said, college baseball night. I don't know who all is coming. We may have a whole panel again for me to demolish all y'all. I was just talking to Cade Beloso earlier. I asked the Creole Bambino if he wants to smoke, and he said he did. So I'm just going to line you all up and knock you down.
I mean, you deserve that. You deserve all the victories you get in the pick'em. I'll give you that.
I appreciate it.
I know.
I'm not picking Ole Miss Tennessee this weekend, though, because it's already getting hostile. No, it's already getting hostile. And since I'm going to be there covering it, I'm staying out of this, man.
Andrew Fisher's going to hit 6 bombs this week. Watch. It's going to be ridiculous.
He's going to get booed so bad, though.
Oh, man. Oh, fish sticks. Come on, brother. You got this. All right, y'all. It's been real. As always, remember, strong body, sharp minds, grit and grind all the time. We're out.